What's wrong with Trump's pledge to end taxes on Social Security? You'll never guess. You'll never guess what possibly could be wrong with it. Oh my goodness, it's such a bad deal. It's not going to help the rich. This is so... Oh, Kiplinger's. I expect better from you, man. This is just idiotic. I can't remember who sent this to me, but to whoever sent this to me, muchos gracias. For us people who speak Spanish as I do, muchos gracias means thanks you very much. It does. Yes, sir. So muchos gracias. Gracias. All right, so here we got, can I get rid of that thing? Eliminating taxes on Social Security could impact your finances. Interesting. Really? Trump is promising to repeal tax on Social Security. The proposal is meant to entice the 67 million households to receive monthly benefit checks from the retirement from Social Security. It's supposed to basically, he's giving away money for them to vote, as if the Democrats don't ever do that. Interesting. Let's see. But with poverty rates among older adults and people with disabilities on the rise, people wonder who this proposed tax cut will help. Given that Social Security recipients with low incomes already don't pay tax on their benefits. Wasn't Kamala campaigning to be the middle class proponent? Isn't she campaigning for that? I'm just curious because I'm going to help the middle class. Look, I'm in Georgia. See, I just got done watching the Falcons barely beat the freaking Bucks. And the Bucks, by the way, have their old creamsicle outfits with a gay pirate. The best uniforms there are, man. The orange creamsicle outfits with a gay pirate, the winking pirate, and the knife. And there's no better uniform. Maybe the old Patriots uniforms, Pat the Patriot. But the Bucs should go back to wearing that. It's clean. It looks great. Man, when Doug Williams sported that old Buccaneers uniform, oh my goodness, just freaking classic. Ricky Bell, Harvey Selman, and his brother Leroy Selman, something like that. Ricky, I just freaking love those uniforms. So anyway, they got all these ads on here about Kamala. I'm going to help the middle class, help the middle class, help the middle class. Who do you think would be helped by not taxing Social Security? Anyone want to take a guess? Because right here, people in poverty aren't going to be helped by not taxing Social Security because they're not paying tax. It's not who Trump is trying to appeal to, obviously. If my be poor on paper scheme works as I anticipate, I'll be in poverty too, according to the tax code. Won't be poverty in my reality and net worth and whatnot and spending power, but I'll be in poverty according to my 1040. That works for me. All right, let's keep going here. So this is where it gets dumb. Right here, this is old Nancy Altman, and she is not our friend. She's bad, liberal, very far leftist, very liberal. Let's see what she still shows herself to look like, because this is weird, man. Here she looks like now. I don't know if that's a current picture of her now, but she was Democratic House leader, appointed Altman to a 6-year term on the Social Security Advisory Board. Anyway, she had a picture of her when I was like, man, because she looked young and quite attractive, actually. And this just a couple years ago. I said, how has she got so much experience in Social Security? Like, she looked young. I said, what the? It was the weirdest thing. I looked her up and said, that's not the same chick. I don't know what that was about. It was weird. I can't remember if it was on her LinkedIn page or what. Let's take a look. Right there. I was like, what? I was like, what? Look at that. Nancy Altman right there. I was like, what is that? That's not even close. I mean, I was like, what is this? Why you got that picture? That's not you. It's weird. That was weird. And then you look over here, like, I'm not going to show it, but they only got these two pictures up. I was like, the weirdest thing. Like, look at that's not, what is that? Don't do that, man. No, I don't know what that's about. And obviously she was in control of that picture because it was part of the Social Security. It was weird, man. And this is clickbait to get men to click on pictures of hot looking chicks, I guess. But it was weird. I said, I'll never forget. I looked up Nancy Altman because I said, what is she talking about? I said, who, because I've heard of her. I said, where is she representing? I said, she looks young, way too young to have this much knowledge of social or this much experience of Social Security. And sure enough, I was like, that's weird. Anyway, she goes, he's talking about getting rid of the taxation, which increases the benefits, but the very benefits that are subject to taxation would be much reduced. What? So basically, it's not an honest proposal. How does it reduce your benefits, Nancy Altman? How does keeping more of my money reduce my benefits? Oh, it's so freaking stupid. And they're going to try to make this right here. Fully exempting tax on Social Security benefits could drive the program's retirement, medical, hospital insurance into insolvency even faster, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, which is a far left group here. So we got Nancy, far lefty. Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, far lefty. Who wrote this article, by the way? have a byline here? I don't see a byline of the author. Gabriela Cruz Martinez. Yeah. So I guarantee. So she didn't interview one proponent of Trump's thing? Not one. Right here. What Trump is proposing is an indirect way of cutting benefits. How? Because slashing benefits on taxes would cut at a price. This year, taxes on Social Security benefits are expected to raise $94 billion. Data from the CBO shows a total reduction in revenue would be $1.6 trillion in the 10 years from 2026 to 2035. All right, $1.6 trillion, the total reduction, with $950 billion of that just being the Social Security itself. All right, so Social Security tax on Social Security benefits, basically $94 billion a year. All right, and how much is times 10? That's $950 billion. All right, that'd be the reduction in your Social Security, the Social Security trust fund, so to speak. Interesting. All right, let's keep going here. Congress would have to come up the funds from somewhere. Oh, okay. So Congress say, no, just going to let that clock tick away. We'll still fund Israel, to the extent of billions of dollars. Ukraine, billions of dollars. But no, we're not going to find anything for Social Security benefits. And yes, you'll get to keep more of your taxes, which means you'll have more money to spend, by the way. Or it might even encourage you to spend more, to work longer, which would improve your taxation for Social Security, the taxation for Social Security, because remember, they only take the top 35 years of your average earning, your index earnings. So if you're in year 36, 37, 38, 39, those aren't included. So you're paying Social Security taxes, you're not getting Social Security benefit. Most houses won't see the difference in their wallets unless you're a millionaire. Do these people not know about the tax torpedo? You don't know about the tax torpedo, whatever, Garcia Cruz, Nancy Altman? So only millionaires pay taxes on their Social Security? Just how stupid. Oh my goodness. Let's see, the Tax Policy Center, another far lefty, estimates of the lower, actually, let me back. I'm not sure the Tax Policy Center is far left, so I'll scratch that from the record. I don't know. I'm not going to look it up. Lower income households would get little to no benefit from Trump's proposed Social Security cuts. Well, define lower income. Define lower income, please. All right, right here. Meanwhile, households earning between $32,000 and $60,000 would get an average tax cut of about $90. Well, it depends on where their income's coming from, does it not? And then when IRA kicks in, distributions kick in, guess what that does? That it makes the tax torpedo. So by the way, I hate to say it, but if the middle income households between 32 and 60 get an average tax cut of only $90, then that's certainly not going to break the bank, now is it? Certainly not going to break the bank. If the vast majority of tax recipients on Social Security are only going to get a tax benefit of $90, you're going to tell me that's all of a sudden going to break the bank? I mean, think about it. The max benefit you could get. Let's. I don't have my calculator, so I'm going to bring this one up. The max benefit you can get in Social Security right now, we're just going to say is about $4,800 a month. That's if you made the highest. Actually, we're going to go $3,800 a month times 1.24, because that's with the delayed earnings credits. The max benefits you could get is $4,712. We're going to times that by 12. All right. So right there, $56,544 is the max benefit you could get from Social Security as we sit here right now. 15% of the tax free, so 0.85 right there. So $48,000 would be subject to taxation. That's the maximum amount of Social Security that's subject to taxation, $48,000. Let's just say you're an effective tax rate of 20% because you got $200,000 of RMD, so minus 20%. All right, so you're gonna have $9,600 in taxes. $9,600 in taxes you have to pay on that. What I say, $58,000. How many people get that? Very, very, very few. Are they millionaires? Define a millionaire. Millionaire of income or millionaire net worth? You're just saying millionaires. I'd like to know what the definition is. So right here they say, down here, on average they get a tax cut of nearly $2,500 per year. All right, but only those in the top 0.1%. Or making $5 million or more annually would see large tax advantage. On average, they get a tax cut of nearly $2,500 per year. So again, what does that mean? That means they're what? That's going to break the bank? Give me a friggin' break, dude. Trump's plan to repeal tax on Social Security with lower taxes for the average household by an average of $550 a year. Man, I'll take it, dude. After-tax income could increase some. Anyways, the whole point here is this: they don't like the fact that rich people get the tax benefits. This is so idiotic. It's insane. They don't know how the tax torpedo works. They don't. They don't understand that the vast majority of middle-class taxpayers pay some Social Security taxes. That's a fact. An extra couple $2,000 as savings is a big deal. That could cover your Medicare Part B, for instance. $174 a month, Medicare times 12. That's about about $2,000 a year. You get a $2,000 tax cut. That's your Medicare Part B. And these people just love going. They hate tax cuts. I love tax cuts. I love them, especially for middle class people. Why? Because middle class is where the Republican Party base is. That's where the base is. Allow your base to succeed, and you might get more votes. All right, God bless. Love your thoughts. Thumbs up.